It's moving over.
Oh, you were in the middle. You're like Alice. Oh, now you moved.
Okay, so we're getting started. We are recording this so that we will have a playback for everybody. And I just want to thank those who have gotten on live and are here to learn how to grow your business. We've got exciting things coming this next week. And for those of you who want to travel with us, who want to become a director and a leader, who are a director and a leader, that's who's on the call. And we're going to see our business explode over the next 6 months with this promotion coming, and you guys are in the right place at the right time. So we're really excited. But Myrna has really taken the whole school spa to a whole new level. She loves it. She loves connecting with people. She loves making these people feel good. And, you know, our business is unique in that we get to do something we truly love and make a difference and also make a life for ourselves. So it's a beautiful thing. So I loved when I started spa that I knew this would be the perfect opportunity to go into, especially schools where teachers are underpaid and they're underappreciated, and did it for years. And what I love about it is, you know, everybody transitioned. I know Miriam, when she really got her business going, was when she told me, you know, I'm not just doing school spas in, you know, the spring, I'm doing the school spas every single month. So the great news is, and, you know, Myrna has also figured that out, that this is not limited to May. In fact, May is the worst month to do schools because they're busy getting school complete, getting ready for summer. People are rushed. They don't feel the relaxation that they feel in March and April. So this is such an awesome time to take this information and just run with it and see how many schools you can book, and just know that these teachers are the best recruits you'll ever have. They're out all summer long. They absolutely are flexible. They work short hours and no summers. And this is just a free way that doesn't cost you a dime. And I tell, you know, my schools, this is my community service. This is how I give back. I do this for teachers and hospitals and nurses because I realize you are someone that we want to take care of, because you're taking care of our future and our children and our wellness. So very important. So I love it because it's simple. It's half of what we would do at the home spa. It's to whet their appetite, but it really is to book spas. But, you know, as you get better, just like spa, you learn how to throw in other products, to throw in the business, to throw in, you know, more things that you know will create even higher sales. And, you know, so I told Myrna, just baby step you guys in, you know, as if you were a new consultant getting started with this, because we all have to think like a new consultant, because we're about to recruit thousands of new consultants, seriously, in the next 6 months. It's going to be amazing what's going to happen to our business. And we'll be talking more about that Thursday night. We're going to do a huge live all about how to earn the trip, how to work the next promotion. But I can tell you this, don't stop your business today. Close strong. Somebody's echoing. Lena, are you echoing?
No.
We are on live. Use the link. Okay. I don't know what that was, but now it's not. Hopefully that will go away. But anyway, tonight is February 26, 2017. This could be a really exciting day for those who take this information and just move. Don't think about it. Don't overthink this. Just take the information, start working on it tonight, getting your emails together. She's going to share everything she uses and does. It's so awesome to have this, you know, it's kind of like our business in a box. It's, you know, how to do a school spa and everything that you need. So I'm going to turn it over to Myrna, who is rocking her business now. And honestly, when Myrna is rocking her business is when she's doing schools. And when she slows down her momentum, it's because I know she's not getting in front of those teachers. And she does more than just schools, but really this is the easiest way for you to get in somewhere next week. I mean, I was talking to a lot of different directors and I was like, how long does it take you from the time you send the email till the time you get into the school? And it was literally a week. So you could be in, a school within the next week. And, you know, again, that is a game changer for your business, because these are teachers that are going to be out all summer long that are possibly looking for fun and ways to make more money and just, you know, something to do on the side. So Myrna, I'm turning it over to you.
Okay. So basically the first thing I do is I go online. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to share my screen. Anybody can do this. Sometimes it's easier than other times. It depends on how their website is set up. But I'm going to show you an example. So let me see if I can share my screen with you guys. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see you guys now for some reason, but anyway. Okay, so Shelby County, because that's the county where Memphis is in. So I basically typed in, I Googled Shelby County schools, and it came up with this website. So when I went on this website, you guys see all the schools here that are in Shelby County, right? So I go on and see how it has a website for each school. So here, let's go to this one. Let's go to, it tells you who the principal is and everything else, right? So I go on the website. And then it'll pull up. It pulls up their home, okay? I usually go to the administration tab first, and every website may be different, but you just kind of have to be a little patient and kind of dig through it. But once you get the hang of it, you'll figure it out. It's not that hard. Okay, so under administration, it has the principal there, has the assistant principals, but it really doesn't have any information on them, right? So what I usually check next is faculty. Okay. So now there you go. See, now here's the principal. Here's your assistant principal. Okay. What I usually do is I'll email the principal, I'll email the assistant principal, and the secretary. If the principal is a male, which I think in this case it is, I always make sure I email a female as well. So I get their emails and send them. I go through and like for Shelby County, you see all the schools. So I get about 20 or 30 schools because it is a numbers game. The more you email, the better response you're going to get, especially in the beginning when they don't know you. Once you get to know them, it's a little bit different. So you basically go on there, you get that information, you compile that information, and then I just send them an email. I'll show you guys the email I send out. Let me go here. So let me switch to that. Hang on 1 second. Read them all. You know, name, I always give them a timeline as well. Once you start getting to know teachers, you can kind of, or principals, you can kind of reference up on the top what schools you've been to, things like that. Okay. So once I do that and I find the emails, then I email them. I basically make a list of 20 to 30. I email them. I follow up with, I'll basically email them. I'll get responses. A lot of times I've gotten responses from the first email. And then going quickly, and that if they want to book, they need to. And I used to do it like Blair said, I used to do it in May and December. But in order to keep my business consistent, this is the best way for me to do it right now because it's a numbers game. So I'm in front of 50 teachers. You know, I do 2 or 3 schools a month now. And I've got so many schools that I have to spread it out because I can't do them all in 1 month. It's crazy. So follow up with an email. Let them know your calendar is full. Once I book the spa, I ask for the bell schedule and I send them a checklist. And then I send them a sign-up sheet. And I'll show you guys what that looks like.
Finally.
So here's the checklist. Show you guys that. Can you guys see that sign up sheet or no? Can you guys see that? Blair, you're muted.
No, we can't see it.
You can't see it. Thank you, Fonda.
No, we can only see what your computer, like your Easy Tab
Yeah, it's your desktop, Myrna.
or whatever.
It was just your desktop. So it shared your screen. It shared your desktop.
Okay, can you guys see it now?
Yeah, now you got it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I get their bell schedule, and I make out the sign-up sheet according to their bell schedule. But what I usually do is I'll make it 5 minutes after the period starts, and then I let them go 5 minutes before their period ends, so they get their class on time. Now I'm gonna show you guys the checklist. Okay, can you guys see the?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I send them a checklist, and I ask them, I have them make sure that they, the times are correct, their date. Tell them that we need a room with the door that closes. There's no distractions. I ask for a minimum of 5. I tell them that it depends. You can either do the hands at the table, or you can have them do them at a sink if they have a sink in the room. But I tell them if they have a sink there, that's fine. The sessions, I tell them they're about 30 minutes, and then I need 10 minutes in between to get ready for the next session. The reason I do that is because that 10 minutes is a 10 minutes where you basically book and sell. So that it's important that you have that extra time. If you're running longer on your spa, you want to, I mean, you can cut out something, but you definitely need to have that 10 minutes at the end. I call them also basically 2 to 3 days before I get there to make sure that I have enough people attending, and just kind of go over the 2 things that they need to, the room has to be without interruptions, because they put you in a teacher's lounge, it's like the kiss of death, because you have people going in and out, and it's going to throw off the whole thing. I tell them to invite all staff members. They need to be on time. And then also if they have a microwave, most of them do, because you want to keep your neck wraps warm. So I'll ask them for a microwave as well. Once I follow up when I get there, basically. So when I get there half an hour early. Then I set up. And just also
tell them how you get the sign-up sheet. How you ensure that you get that sign-up sheet and that you have a requirement on that.
Let me go back.
Before you go into the school.
Okay. So the sign-up sheet, I send it to them. When I book the spa, I send it to them, and I tell them that, here's a sign-up sheet, because I make it myself. I don't have them make it. I make it for them, and I need a minimum of 5 per session, because then it's not worth my time to be there the whole day.
And they'll send it back, and it won't be full, and you'll tell them, I'm going to move these people over, because you're going to free up your time from sitting there doing 1 or 2 people at a time.
Yeah,
So they'll send it to you. That's why you need it the night before or the day or 2 before, and just say, look, I don't do less than 5 people because I have a lot of business happening, and what we can do is move these into other sessions. So if it doesn't work for them, it's okay. You just have to let them know. And honestly, it's best for these schools to make it mandatory, right? Like their teachers should have to go to this. This is part of their wellness program, and it's really a requirement by law that they have some sort of program that promotes wellness in their, for their staff. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, what I've done in the past, I've actually rescheduled the school. The one that I did last week was a reschedule because she didn't have a sign-up sheet. She didn't get it out, and she was nice enough. The principal was nice enough to tell me that, you know what, I can't pull this together in 2 days. She didn't take care of it, and so we rescheduled her, and I probably saw 50 people or more that day, including her. So don't be afraid to, if they don't have enough people, because you're spending your whole day there. It's a day that you could be doing that or doing something else. So, okay. So when I get to the school, you want to get there half an hour early, make sure everything's okay. You have the sign-up sheet and everything. You set up. Then in the first session, when they come in, I put paper towels down and a pen. And then I have them sit at the, wherever there's a paper towel, and they start doing their hands. I give them a little bit of hand scrub, and they start doing their hands. And then they can either rinse there, or if they, depending, if there's a sink there, they can walk to the sink. If not, they can rinse there and just kind of spray their hands. Then after that, I give them a little bit of cream. I get everybody together. I say hi. I tell them my story is pretty quick. It's pretty, because you don't want to use up a whole lot of time there. So my story is basically, I just tell them that, I'm a spa girl. I have the best job in the world because I get to meet amazing people like them. So I'm kind of plugging what we do so that if any of them are looking for a job or anything like that. And I always tell them that I'm super busy. So if they know of anybody that needs, extra money or something like that, to let me know as well. Because that's the best place to recruit, teachers and nurses. Those are my favorites. So I tell them that I have the best job in the world because when I leave, everyone feels amazing. So I've made their day a little bit better, and they all love that. After that, I do the stress test. I'll show you guys a stress test real quick here. If you guys aren't doing this at your spas, this is what literally adds value to our spa. This is what makes it right here.
Spa or die.
Yep, exactly.
And if you don't believe that, they won't. And if you do, they will, and they will listen to you when they flunk it. I've never had people pass it, very rarely. The men typically pass it in the spas. And I'm like, that's because we're taking care of you at these schools, these teachers. Exactly. I'm like, look at him, look around, all the women have flunked, and that sweet man right there who's being taken care of by all of us, he passed it with flying colors. Go figure.
Exactly.
We don't internalize stress like we do. So we've got to take care of ourselves, or we will get a stress-related illness.
So this is a stress test, and I just go through it with them. A lot, like recently, most of my teachers have been getting like 10s on these things. And I had one teacher last week fall asleep on me in school during the relaxation.
Which is why you're breathing in relaxation.
2 or 3 minutes, and she was
more than 3 minutes. Everybody's snoring.
She was snoring. She was. So then after we do the stress test, I tell them a couple of ways they can relieve stress. They can relieve stress by basically exercising. I tell them by laughing. I said that's the easiest way is to laugh because everybody can do that, right? So I tell them laughing, and then I make a joke. I tell them, if they're walking down the hallway and they see somebody they don't like and they fake smile and just wave, they're still creating endorphins, and they'll start cracking up. So then we go from that, we go to the grapes, raisins, and cornflakes. I'll show you guys that. I'm sure you guys are all using this, hopefully. Let me see here. Let me see what that's at.
So Myrna, during all this stress testing and stuff, are you putting products on them simultaneously, or are you still just presenting?
No, I do the hands when they walk in, so they've already done their hands. So then I tell them, my story real quick. Then let me go back here.
The Lipipill will be on drawing.
Yeah, we do. So we do my story, we do the stress test, and then we do the grapes, raisins, cornflakes, and then we do the lip appeal. But I'll show you the grapes, raisins, cornflakes. I have it up on my screen now. So I'll show you guys that. So you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's on Billings Dream Team, so you guys can download it. Okay, then after I tell them about the grapes, raisins, cornflakes, and go through that with them, then we do their lips. If there's a guy in the class, I always go to the guy first because he doesn't want to put on the products, and everybody starts laughing. All the women start laughing at him. So I always go to the men first, kind of fun. Then after we do the lips, I put the cucumber eye pads on them. Then I put the neck wraps. I only bring 3 of them because I don't want to be carrying 12 of them. So I bring 3 and they can share them. Then after that, I tell them we're going to do the guided relaxation. So I turn off the lights and I let them do the relaxation for about 3 minutes. And then once that stops, I tell them they can take off their iPads. If you have someone that has a lot of makeup, a lot of times you'll have people say, I have makeup on, is that going to ruin it? You tell them no, as long as they don't like smush it around, you're fine. If it's someone that's really paranoid, just go pull them off of them. Otherwise, you can have them take off their own cucumber iPads. Once the cucumber eye pads come off, I give them the detox wipes. I take non-scented baby wipes. I get them at Walmart. I should have had a picture. I should have had them in front of me, but I don't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can go to Target, Walmart, whatever. Blair, you found a good place to get.
I did. I'll post a picture. Yeah, they're at Walgreens. They're awesome. They're organic baby wipes.
Yeah. So they're awesome. I put a lot of detox in there, probably a couple, like 2 or 3 squirts, because I want them really strong. So I tell them that basically I hand them all the wipe and they're nice and warm because I put them in a microwave. Then I tell them to go ahead and breathe that in, and you know, especially if they have sinus issues
or headaches. A lot of teachers have headaches because of the school lighting and air conditioning.
Yeah, I've actually had teachers come to me with headaches, and after their session, they've their headaches gone away. Between that and the head tingler, it's gone away. So then after they kind of enjoy the detox wipe, they use that to wipe their lips. And I go around and I give them lip balm. And then after we do the lip balm, then I tell them about the spa, that everybody that came there, actually, after they did the lip balm, I asked them what their favorite product was. That's really important because what they're doing is they're selling it to themselves. So you go around and so if someone says, oh, it's the hand scrub, I said, yeah, I love that hand scrub. And I tell them they can use it on their feet too. Just little things like that, little tips. They can use it on their elbows because they're all rubbing their hands. So yeah, you're probably going to see, you can tell who came to the spa because you see them like rubbing their hands in the hallway and stuff. So they go around and whatever they say, I say, yeah, I like that too. And this and that, just really quick. Then after I do that, I take, I was doing the green mask, but I'll do the black mask. You can do either one, I guess. But I basically will put it on their wrist and let them know that for coming today, that each of them will get either a complimentary facial or a group spa. But that basically comes with them coming to the spa at school. And so once I do that, and I also, by the way, I also take a product with me for you guys. I do a little bag and I raffle it off. You see how it has a little teacher thing? I just go to Michael's. I'm not crafty at all, but it's just simple. It's just, it's in here, there's a gift certificate. There's the black mask, a little sample of it, and there's a botanical energizing serum and some makeup wipes. So this thing cost me like $4 or $5. It's not a big deal. But I always raffle off something. Because, so what I do then after that is I give them the order form, and I tell them, fill this out. 1, so you can be in for the raffle, and 2, let me know if you want a spa or not. And you can check on there, and I tell them if they put no, I respect that. I'm not going to be calling them, because they don't want to be harassed. It's really, really important when you go to the school that the teachers do not feel like they're being sold. Because if they do, it's the kiss of death. They don't want that. These teachers make very little money, and I've been to schools where I actually walked in. This was a week before last. They didn't put out the sign-up sheet. She didn't or anything. And when I got there, I talked to her a little bit, and it's because someone went there and all they did was try and sell the teachers. So it's really, really important that they don't feel like they're being sold. Love on them, and they'll fall in love with the products. They really do. Okay, so I hand out the form. You guys want to see the form? I'll show you guys the form. Okay, here we go. And I'll post, like I said, I'll post all this stuff after. But this is my form. I keep it real simple. Okay, so this is my form. They put in their name, their phone number. I tell them that they get a spa as a gift for attending today. They can either have a complimentary facial or an hour-long spa with their friends. I don't make it, I keep it within 30 days. So when I was doing my February spas, I put March in there. I put no thank you. Then I tell them they can flip on the back, and I carry inventory with me. I carry about 3 sets, but I mean, it's up to you. If you have, if you have inventory, you're going to sell 40% more. But it's up to you. It's whatever you can afford. But I mean, I've found where there have been times where I've been cleaned out of inventory, and then I go to a school and I don't do very well in sales. So if you can, have some inventory with you. What else? Okay, so I hand that out. I have them fill it out. Then I tell them to flip to the back and tell them that it's not it's optional. But if they like, I have some product that they can take home with them today. And what I usually do is I will get, if they say they want product, you know, they don't carry money with them. If they say they want product, I put it in their hands, and I've never been stiffed. They always come back and send a check or cash, or they'll send, you know, they'll give you their card information. But unless they take it with them, they're not going to buy it, because they'll never come back. It's never happened to me where they've actually come back and said, okay, I'll buy something now. So it's real important to give it to them. And then always what I do is I create a demand, because I tell them, okay, so I only have 3 of these that you can take home with you. And the thing is that when one person buys, they all buy, because they'll start seeing it and they'll all buy. Usually if my sales are low that day, because that, you know, it just takes, like I said, it takes one person. So like I said, tell them it's optional. I go through them. I show them the hand scrub and the hand cream. Because I buy the, one thing I tell you, my hand scrub and hand cream is $35. I don't know if you guys saw that. And the reason I do that is because I buy the pampering set. When you buy the pampering set, I mean, if you get it on sale, you get it on sale, like when it's $19 or something like that. But if you buy the pampering set, you can afford to discount it a little bit more. And you'll sell it, I promise you. I mean, I can't keep them in stock. I order 10 at a time, and I can't keep them. So I offer it to them for $35. And I always tell them cash, check, or charge. I also, okay, so basically what I'll do too is I'll say, okay, so if you guys want to book, I'll give them my priority booking dates. I'll show you guys that form too. I don't think that one's on Building Dream Team. I'll show you guys. Okay, so it's real simple. There it is.
That's what we use for our events. So I think it's on there. But we're going to organize them all, so you'll have all the forms where office and school spas go.
Okay. So basically what I'll do too is I'll tell them, well, if they pick one of my dates on there, then I'll give them a sample of something, like black mask, which is $1.
Trial size. It's a trial size.
Trial size. So I give them that if they pick one of my dates. And then I tell them that I'm going to call them within 24 to 48 hours, because my calendar fills really quick, and it really does. They always want to book with someone who's always busy. They never want to book with someone who doesn't have any spots in their calendar.
Fake it till you make it.
Yes. If you have to fake it, fake it. Absolutely.
Be busy. Be the busy spa girl.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll become it. If you're not, you'll become it for sure. What else? Hand out the order form. Okay. Always bring something to raffle. That's definitely a must. Because if you don't, it'll be hard to get their information. Some people are like, don't want to give you their information. So it's easy. You know, you give them something, they put their name on there. You fill it out, you have that. Another thing is that during the session, every single session, I tell them to please thank their principal, because their principal wanted to do something really special for them. So it's really important that they do that. And what happens is when you do that and you tell them, by the end of the day, you'll have about maybe 10 or 15 people that have either sent emails or gone to the principal and thanked them so much for what they did. So what does that do? That means that when you leave, make sure you see that principal, because the principal, I had one principal come up to me and go, oh my God. She's like, she goes up to me, she goes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, huh? And she goes, that's what I keep hearing all day long. So they'll love you because you made her look, or him look, like the hero.
And she's going to tell all of her principal friends, because she hangs out with other principals.
They sure do.
So the most important thing you can do when these start is to love on them, and to not focus on book, sell, and recruit, although you're going to do that. Focus on building your reputation. Building a name for yourself, because she did go into a school last week and they did not want anyone in because someone had come in and just been a pushy salesperson. So that's why I feel like your reputation, that first impression you make, could lead you on to 100 schools. And so many referrals for so many different things. So just know that's not the first time you're going in. So don't feel like you have to know everything. Just love on them, connect from the heart, get those booked that want to book. You know, if I leave with a handful of spas, I'm thrilled. And during Mother's Day and holiday time, you're going to sell a truckload. And then other times it's just going to be, you know, it's a numbers game like anything else. Okay, so how long exactly would you say is your spa? and your closing. So how long is the spa and how long does it take you to close them and turn them over?
Okay, so hopefully they're on time. Sometimes we'll have people that walk in, stragglers.
But we start on time. As long as there's one person in the room, I always start.
Yeah, I do start on time. I do start on time. I usually have most people there, but sometimes you'll have someone walk in part way or whatever,
Which is great. You smile at them and make them feel comfortable. They are going to be the first ones to book a spa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll see them walking by the door and I'm like, come on in. It's okay. Just come in quietly. We're in the middle of the spa. They want to be in there. And here's the deal. The first session is always the worst session because nobody has an expectation of what's going on. Yeah. And then by that second and third session, they've sold each other. So sometimes the sales aren't there the first session. And then by the second, third, and fourth, it's gone out the roof. But you're really just offering a few packages. And that sheet is an all-in-one sheet. It gets their information and it also lets them purchase. So, I'm like, if you just want to sign up for the door prize, sign up on this side. And if you want to purchase, everything's available, everything that we used. But how long would you say it takes you to close everything out and get the spa done and feel like you've done a good job for them? How long?
I would say 40 minutes.
To turn over for the next group?
No, without. They usually have 15-minute planning periods. Mm-hmm. So I'll keep track too. I always check my watch, make sure that I'm on time and whatnot. But I always leave. So the spa's between 20 and 30 minutes. I always leave 10 minutes at the end to close and sell because if not, basically you're wasting your time.
Right. And they will scoot when it's over. They'll run out the door when it's over.
They will.
So they have to go back because they are either going on a lunch break or back to their kids. So it's so important that, mine usually I'm completely through in 30 minutes. I spend about 20 minutes on the spa and about 10 minutes closing. The 10-minute closing is the important part. But, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't show too much. Just do about 5 different treatments. Make them feel connected and warm and cozy and, want to get to know you. It's all about leaving people wanting more. And when you do, that gets so much more long-term success. I always say, don't look at this as of your day. Don't look at the success of your day and what happens that day. It's all the things you're creating for the future. So let's talk about so I'm going to be a role player with you and I'm going to ring, and you're calling me because you've sent like 3 emails and you've gotten no response and you want to follow up and make sure they've gotten the email. So ring. This is the assistant to the principal. Can I help you?
Hi, this is Myrna. I sent you a couple emails. I just wanted to touch base with you to see if you would be interested in treating your staff to a complimentary stress reduction retreat. I'm not sure if you got my emails or not.
I probably did, but we're so busy. How much is it? And tell me what exactly it is.
Okay, so basically it's a service that I provide for the community. I go in there and I do a stress reduction retreat for the teachers. All the teachers are welcome and the staff are welcome. It's done during their planning period, so it doesn't interfere with their day. And it's complimentary. So I'll come in and make them feel amazing. And like I said, all the staff's welcome to come in and you'll love it.
Okay. And so what do I need to set up? What do I need to do? Is there what's involved for me?
Okay. So basically what I need you to do is send me your bell schedule. I will send you a sign-up sheet and I will send you a checklist. And then we'll go from there. Basically, and then I need a room, just a room without interruption. And I need a minimum of 5 per session. So invite everyone that you can. And what I'll do is I'll send you that information and then I will touch base with you 2 to 3 days before to make sure that, we're all set. And if you have any questions or anything, then you can just let me know.
And what are you going to be doing during that time period? What's involved?
Okay, so basically is we do a couple of treatments. We do a guided relaxation. We do a stress test. So because stress is basically, heart disease and stress are the number 1 killers. So I want to make sure that when they come in, if they're stressed, when they leave, they'll be nice and relaxed and they'll be more productive and they'll be a happier person.
Okay. And so you're going to come in for a few days because we've got a lot of teachers. How would you get everybody done? How does it work?
Okay, so I do it during their planning period. Send me their bell schedule, and then I'll send you a sign-up sheet, and it'll be based on their planning periods. This way it doesn't interfere with their day.
Okay, and again, what does this cost?
It doesn't cost anything. It's complimentary. It's a service that we provide to our community for our teachers, nurses, and people that give to the community. So it's our way of saying thank you.
So it's kind of like a community service you're doing?
Exactly.
Okay, okay, okay. Good. So that's a start. So that gives you an idea that it's a very simple conversation, but you just have to be ready for them to say how much. And they're going to ask questions over and over again because they can't understand how something this good can, be available to them because they've never heard of us. And I always say we're the only company that does anything like this, that actually comes in and pampers and gives services and does not charge. And no, we're not bringing a massage table because trust me, some of them think you're bringing a massage table. Make sure they know there's
Actually,
no professional massage therapist coming in. We're a relaxation specialist. We teach people relaxation techniques, how to be more productive at work, how to get a good night's sleep, how to take time for themselves. The majority of women out there, they're not taking 10 minutes a day or, much less an hour a week. And so we're going to teach them how to mobilize this. Now let's go here and pretend we're going here. But I promise you, if you don't bring this subject up and you don't worry about it, it won't happen. But we don't allow anyone to sell anything here, Myrna. So are you coming to sell something, or how's that going to work?
I'm basically going to come in. I'm doing it as a service for you guys. So I'm going to come in and pamper your teachers. I will offer them a home spa, and if they're interested in the products, then I'll get with them later on. But basically, I'm not going there to sell them at all. I'm going there as a service. I'm going there to make their day better.
And I told them that a lot of my principals, they'll do a gift certificate, and they can either redeem it there or they can redeem it at the spa that they book outside of the school. But this is a great way, because we know that budgeting is so small. I mean, really, there is no budget for teachers' gifts. So this is a teacher's gift. You look like the hero. And for getting me in the school, I always give whoever the assistant is gifts. I'm like, I'll have a neck wrap for you. I'll have a spa tool pack for you, because she's really your hostess and your business partner. And you want to teach her, you want to treat her like she is golden to you. So I think this just gives y'all some really good ideas. I know Casey raised her hand, so I've got everybody muted. So I'm going to, Casey, I already unmuted you. Let me
Hi.
see. Hey.
This is weird because, can you see me?
Yes, yes.
You can?
No, we can't, but we can hear you.
Oh, super weird. Okay. So I just wanted to say, when y'all were talking about the turnover time, I learned a beautiful phrase from Jessica Schwagel. When the teachers start to walk in, the first thing I say after I do my bubbly greeting is, how much time do I have with you? And then that really sets the tone, because it goes into, I want you to get the most out of this. And if you tell me you have 5 minutes, then I'll do 5 minutes. If you tell me you have 25 minutes, then I'll do 25 minutes. I know it doesn't really match everything that you've learned today, but for me, if I'm having one of those dodgy days that's not going the way that I've hostess coached, then I can do 5-minute spas and turn that into some money really fast. So that's just a really great phrase for me that's worked really well.
Tell them about the last spa that you just had, Casey, the last school spa. You just did one last week, right?
I did at the very beginning of the month, actually. It was like the first, and it was awesome. I mean, a huge thing that helps me is, and I'm sorry I didn't get on to like 5 minutes in, so I may have missed this at the beginning, but the set sheet is designed for me on what I have in inventory and what the specials are. So, I mean, I sold tons of Microderm Appeal at my school spa because it was $64, and they were getting that skincare tool. So, I mean, and that adds up so fast. And when you sell 10 of those, that's a lot of money.
How did you introduce that at the school, Case?
This is really tricky because I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this Zoom tonight. Ask that again.
What exactly did you do to introduce the Microderm Appeal?
I did it on the back of their hand. It's how I romance the facial for the home spa. It's how I kind of promote my booking opportunity. When I start talking about I say to them, in the home setting, we do full facials. So I want you guys to have a little sneak peek of what the facial experience is like. But today, of course, we're going to do it on the back of your hand because I don't want to mess with your beautiful faces here at work. So we're going to just do a couple of facial treatments on the back of your hand. So, and then I share with them briefly about Microderm and do it on their hand.
And what do you do to get bookings? What are you offering?
I offer whatever comes to mind. To be honest, right now I have a lot of the detox mists, and so that's kind of my on the spot booking gift. But it's really been all about the gift of spa, and I haven't been offering a lot of gifts, and I've just been getting bookings. It's just romancing the facial.
And tell us how you do that. Give us some verbiage. What do you do to romance the facial and romance the spa?
I think a lot of it has to do with just the connecting and the energy that I'm bringing from the very beginning. You know, what you were talking about earlier about just really branding yourself and being positive and upbeat and a servant attitude, just from the very beginning, and just really making it about them. And so I try to listen to what they need in their life, and say, you know, we need to do a spa for that, you know, and just and really romancing the facial and how they really need to experience the full spa experience. You know, that today at a school spa, it's really a teaser. You know, we don't get to do everything that we have to offer, and I just can't wait to see them again. I try to get to know their family and their friends, like through the conversations. I say, who do you spend most of your time with? Is your family in town? Who would you invite to your spa? So it's just really playful and energetic and casual.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Anything else to add to that, Myrna? If you have a question and you want to type it in, I am looking at the Zoom, the group chat. I just don't want to open it up because there's a lot of background noise. So if you have a question, just please feel free to put that in the group chat, which is at the bottom where it says chat. You can ask questions there. Go ahead.
I mean, I've done that too, where I've taken like a picture of the microderm hands and like the black mask, but I'm trying to keep it simple. I didn't incorporate that till like after I got really good at doing the spas. But I mean, you can. I mean, it's something that you can do.
And you and Casey are both extremely experienced. So if you're just getting started, like I've never taken the microdermabrasion into a school spa ever.
Right.
So
Simple.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing them like in the beginning when I did them by myself. Wow. Now I'll tell you this though. The good thing is they don't know what to expect. If you forget something or you skip something, don't worry about it because they don't know what to expect. Just love on them and make them feel amazing, and it'll all be good. But you definitely want to keep it simple, especially if you go to school. Where I've gotten schools where I've had 12 to 14 per session. And I've been by myself, and it's like, oh my God, you know. So what I usually do is I'll give them the back massage or the head tingler and have them do them themselves instead of me going around, because it'll eat up all my time and I won't have time to close. That's one reason why I'm there.
Yeah.
So the simpler, and if I'm running out of time, I'll look at the relaxation. I'll cut that down maybe a little bit. You know, instead of doing 3 minutes, I'll do 2 minutes. If I have to skip the mask, I'll skip the mask. But, you know, you want to definitely keep track of the time and just keep it simple. Keep it very simple. I mean, just putting beyond, I don't even talk about the products at all. Just to keep asking how they feel. That's how they feel. So, pretty much.
This is a game changer, guys. You have no idea what this can do for your business. If you're wanting to earn the next trip, if you're wanting out of your dead-end job, if you're not happy with your job and you want something that's going to create excitement in your life and in your future, then you want to jump on this and you want to take advantage of this tomorrow. Is this not the best time to book for March and April? Like hit them in February, like say, in the letter, it always says, I've only got a few dates left. So it's on a first come, first served basis. So whoever gets with me first is going to get the first available dates, because we can't do this every day, but we can do it for a select group of teachers, and we selected you first. And so we want to make that available to you, our dates. So they don't control your calendar. $700 spa, you're going in, you're investing time, you're investing product on people. It's not like you just go in and you show up and you talk about things. You're actually utilizing your products, which is valued. It's seriously, I mean, it's $100 per person per all these treatments that we give to them. So just know that you have to make a conscious decision that you're going to be consistent with this. And if you were to do 1 or 2 of these a month, of course, during the summertime, you're not going to be doing schools, but if you did 1 or 2 a month, you would never be out of bookings, because the best way to get a full calendar is to get in front of a lot of women, and it's free. You don't have to set up at an event. You're going in there to book, sell, and recruit and make a difference. And what we have, those teachers desperately need. And you feel so good leaving because you have something to give to a woman who is taking care of our future generation, right? They're taking care of our children, and they're not getting any kind of bonuses. They're not even getting a Christmas gift. So it really does make that principal feel incredibly special, and you tell everyone to be sure to thank them because that's why you're there. You know, he invited you here, and this spa is compliments of him, right? The spa that they're receiving, the spa gift certificate, whatever you want to do. But keep it simple, keep it light. Don't get stressed and overwhelmed. Here's the best thing about school spas. By the time you've had a day of back-to-back school spas of 8 to 10, you are going to be an expert. It is the best training you will ever do, that you will ever get. So let me see a few of these questions. Has anyone done school spas at colleges? It's not as easy because colleges are so spread out and they don't have the planning periods. Like, honestly, I've done health fairs at colleges, but I would stick with high schools. Even elementary schools are the best. Myrna, I can't remember, is it elementary or high schools that are better?
Elementary.
Yes, the elementary. Got it. Yes. So would stay away from the colleges, go for elementaries first. And we kind of gave you an idea of how to get to those schools online. And, yes, absolutely. What Geraldine just said, she said, as a teacher, we get very little from the school or the district. So how beautiful that, it looks like it comes from the principal. And so he gets to be the hero. She gets to be the hero. So that's just awesome. So yes, there's in-service days. Those are a little bit harder to book because they already have pre-planning unless you're already on their agenda somehow, but they have insurance companies. They have so many things that they have to get done. Our best bet is to go in March and April. These are the two best months right in front of you. Of course, June and July are slow. August is tricky because it's back to school, but it's stressful. September, October, November, there's about 6 good months. So guys, just make it happen. Just don't try to figure out, this whole process of how it's going to work. Just work it, right? Just step into it and it will get easy as you put yourself out there and stretch yourself and grow and find out how amazing you are. So yes, absolutely. You can say that, Myrna, if you want to, just to get the referrals.
Yeah. I actually started in January because my business needs to be consistent. And there's so many schools out there. So I actually started in January and I have a spot every month through May right now, at least one school. And I just keep adding and adding. This month I had 4. Next month, I already have 2 on my calendar. And then because these teachers, you up your reputation. And then another thing is when you leave that school, especially in the beginning, it's so important. And you want to see the principal because they're going to be glad you were there because everybody keeps saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, you want to ask them saying, by the way, if you know any other principals that would be interested in the service, please let me know. And what I usually do is, like I said, once you get one, that's awesome because then you can refer and you can say, well, you can call so-and-so and they'll give me a referral.
That's right.
And that's the best way to book spas. And before you know it, I've been booked for May. I have some in May. I actually have 5 already, like 2 the last week of April and 3 the first week of May. And then we're in Cancun.
Again, you become an expert and you get better as you do more. So that's what's great. This starts to grow. It's like you start to develop roots with teachers and schools and then they refer you. And then every month you're going back to the same schools and offering them something a little bit different every year. So you can hit the same schools up every year. And it's great because it expands into all different types of businesses and hospitals and schools and things like that. But the Tingler is another thing that we've had great success with. Like if they spent $69, we gave them $1 Tingler. That's an awesome tool to increase sales, or put the Tinglers out to get bookings. Like if you book on one of those hot dates, one of those priority dates from our company, you're going to get to take the Tingler home or take a gift home. They want to take home a gift and then that commits them. So we're almost at an hour. So we're going to end this. I didn't see any more questions. Myrna, thank you. That was awesome. Casey, thanks for
Hey, Blair.
Yes.
Myrna also didn't say this, but she has done a call for me once. And she says that once you start doing schools, you mention those schools' names to the other schools because that makes them familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're all in cahoots. They're all connected together. That's why I said once one principal falls in love with you and everyone's hero, because they all go to the same meetings together, of course she's going to tell all of her friends how amazing this experience was and that you need to do it. And the best way we know to get a spa is a referral. The best way to get any kind of office booking is a referral. So absolutely. That's why it's so important. The first time you go in, it cannot be about selling. It has to be about connecting and de-stressing and loving on these women and making them say to the teacher, to the principal, we want to have her back. When's the spa girl coming back? Because you could go back in there quarterly and do a nice stress reduction session for them. So many opportunities with this, and you can flip this into all kinds of business opportunities. But let's start here with schools. Let's go after it. We've got an amazing group of women on this call, on this Zoom live, and I want you to all be sure to post and share as you grow this, what you're doing and the success you're having, so that we can get this out there and we can just start to really grow and grow and grow. And the great thing is you don't have to just do your town. You can do all your surrounding towns. You can do a 200-mile radius. You've got so many opportunities with this. So very exciting, very great, incredible start to what you guys are going to now jump in, dive in, and I'll have this recorded for the next day or so. But let's finish the month strong. Let's make sure we close out so we're ready for March 1st. But if it were me, you can actually send these texts out, you can get a fax line that's through your email, or you can just email, whatever. That's right. You just want to email because all their email addresses are there. And you can be following up with these tomorrow and Tuesday and just say, look, I've got 2 days to book these. Just let them know there's only 2 days available. And if you schedule first, it's first come, first serve. You'll get one of my March dates. So in March, you only offer March. In April, you only offer April. And just say, look, this is hot. It's in demand. So we'll make sure we get the letter up that you can go ahead. Let's go ahead and post the letter, Myrna, on Rockstar, because that's the first thing they need tonight to be able to start faxing emailing schools. Okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you so much. And yes, we will post in editable versions. And great. Awesome, everybody. Awesome. Hello, Miss Karen. Glad you've got everything rocking and rolling. And yes, the repeat business is awesome on this. So y'all have an amazing close to February. Make it happen. Decide how many schools you're going to book. And just seriously, it's all about intention and then just massive action. And it's all up to you guys. It's all up to you. So I'm excited and look forward to hearing all of your awesome success. And we will pick an area in the Billings Dream Team where we'll put the gift certificate in the bag, the stress test, the order form, the email, the sign-up sheet, the checkoff list, the priority booking dates. We'll put it all in one nice place, Myrna, so that we can all get to it easily, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome job, Myrna. You rock. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to end the record now.